Hi everyone, I am Rajesh Kumar. I am having close to 16 plus years of experience in Devops, SRE and DevSecOps. I have worked with more than 12 software organizations around the globe. I would like to introduce you all a Devops School's flagship certification program in Devops, SRE and DevSecOps. This program will get started in the weekends, so get enrolled. Please contact us on the phone number given on the screen, and in fact you can email us on the contact at the rate of devopsschool.com.
Life cycle. So guys, what is life cycle? So if you really want to understand Maven, you need to understand Maven life cycle, then phases, and then goal. That's all you have to understand Maven. Everything will be done automatically. So guys, life cycle, sorry, not life cycle, life cycle. So what is a Maven life cycle? What is Maven life cycle? So here Maven life cycle means life cycle. Starting to end. Anything starting to end. Okay. Anything will start to end. So what is the things? So here this is the life cycle of human. Few things which you need to notice here is uh, you if you want to become old person you have to born, correct? You have to born, and then you have to become teen, then young, then middle, and then old. You can't become old directly. Same way, if you want to only you say I want to only become a young. Then for young also you have to become born. So life cycle you always start from the first step to the last step. Okay, then only. Can you directly become from the moment you born? Can you become a directly young or middle? No, not possible. You have to follow this life cycle. Same way, software development have life cycle. Software development start to end, something you do. So every software you develop, you have to analyze it and then design it. Can you design the software without analysis? No. Then you have to develop it. Then you have to test it. Then you deploy and then maintenance. So these all life cycles of software development. Can you skip it, development or testing, something like that? No. If you want to do testing, you have to analyze, you have to design, you have to develop. If you want to reach up to the deployment, then you have to do all these four phases. Agree with me, all of you?
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
So these are the software development life cycle. Now this is we call it analysis phase, design phase, development phase, testing phase, deployment phase, maintenance phase. Okay, different people are working on this. No problem. Now the question is very simple. Okay,
Hello, Raj.
yeah, tell me.
Hello, sorry, a quick question, please. Um,
Yeah.
here, where does a DevOps engineer come in originally? Because we have the system architect, we have the front end developer and back end developer. Of course, a DevOps can't be in this area. So,
So maybe DevOps here under the testing and then deployment.
deployment. Okay. All right. Thank you.
For if you ask me my perception, DevOps is everywhere. But if you want to only find out the one area, then testing and deployment and maintenance also you may have it. Monitoring and all you may have it. Okay, so now software development. Now next question is, so these are the phases. So Maven also have few life cycle. Okay. Maven also have life cycle. For what? For managing build process. Understand? That means the build process from start to end, that we call it a life cycle. Okay. And that you have in Maven. So the moment you talk about life cycle, of course, there'll be phases, correct now? So here, Maven is based around the central concept of build life cycle. So now I'll show you the life cycle. So Maven has a three life cycle: a default life cycle, clean life cycle, site life cycle. So forget about rest of the thing too right now. Let's focus on the default life cycle. So default life cycle means any Maven Maven projects you want to work, you want to automate the build process, this default life cycle get applied. Okay. Then of course the moment you have a life cycle, then you'll have a phases. What are the phases? So look at this. These are the phases in the default middle. Validate, initialize. Some of this I'll show you. Compile, test, package, verify, install, deploy.
And again, these are all
Okay.
only for Java applications, right?
And Maven is primarily for Java application. Okay. So phases. These are the phases. You have 24 phases in default life cycle, but not talking everything. So this is the phases. Look at this here. This is the screenshot of the official website. These are all phases. So some of this you should look compile. Compile phase will help you to bring the project to the compile phase. Test test phase will help you to bring the project to the testing phase. Package, verify, and all. Clean also, this is a life cycle. Site also have some phases in life cycle. So these are the life cycle of the project in Maven. You see here, validate, compile, test, package, deploy, install, verify, and all. Now these all are taken from this one, because I said no 24 I think phases you have. So these all are important one. So in simple way, Maven has life cycle. This life cycle been used to manage the build process of your software. Life cycle will have a phases, and these phases which includes primarily compile, test, package, verify, install, and so on. Now the question is, how do we call this? Okay, so how do we call this? So if you look at this slide, there is a life cycle and there is a plugin goal, correct now, and phases, life cycle phase and plugin goal, correct now.
Didn't get that plugin goal. What is that?
I'll tell you. I'll
Oh,
tell
okay,
you.
we didn't. Okay.
So I'll put it in this way. In order to do the software development, you need to have left side all the phases you have: compile phase in gray, test phase, package phase. Just talk about three examples. But how would you inform your project magic mantras? Hey, take me to the compile. Hey, take me to the test. Take me to the package. How do you do that? How do you do that? You have to have some commands for it, right? Correct now? I want to bring my project to the test phase. How can you bring? Where is a command for it? Correct now?
Yeah.
So that command is gold actually. So when you want to bring at the compile phase of your project, then goal name is compile itself. It's matching, but goal is different, phase is different conceptually. If you want to test it, test package jar here. So this is the way. If you see that here, these are the life cycle again. Some of the main are highlighted, and these are the main one. And here there is a right side. If you see, it's a goal compile and jar Surefire. These are the goal. Okay, see here. This is a better one. Compile here, test. See left side phase, right side goal. So compile goal, test goal, package goal, jar, install goal, deploy goal. So here
Rajesh,
conceptually, yes,
please, Abel, can you go over the plugin goal? I'm not getting you very well on that. The plugin
okay.
goal.
Plugin goal. That's what I am explaining. In order to bring the software project to certain phases, let's say you say Rajesh, I want to bring, I want to take my code to the test phase. So test phase means compilation plus test, correct? Or let's say you will say, Rajesh, I want to bring my project to the packaging phase. Then you have to start from compile, then test, then package, correct? So now the question is, how do you take that project? There should be some code, right? Some command, some plugins
Okay,
for it. So then
okay,
you'll say, okay, I will type Maven jar colon jar. Simple. So the moment you call the moment you run Maven jar colon jar, then it will do this, 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 and this. Why? Because life cycle rule, you know that if you want to become old, you have to follow all these life cycles the same way. If you want to bring the project to the packaging phase, everything has to be done start with. Make sense?
mm,
Are these
Yeah,
just labels? Because like you
it's a
said, right?
command.
Oh, command. Okay, got you. So compile is still you're going to be compiling in two steps, right? You're compiling the application itself, and then you're compiling the tests. Let's say,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
so when you say test compile, how would you have the tests? Like, how do you differentiate between
I'll talk
compiling?
about it.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, cool.
just don't get confused with the too many things. Just I'll talk about it. Okay, slowly. Okay, so this is the documents you have to understand. Now, what to do? What to do? What to do? So let's start with these are the left side. If you see, these are the things we do in the build. If someone asks you what you do in the build, just these are things. So what is the first thing? So first thing is we have to create a project directory structure. Maybe this is the first day of your project or something. So how do you do that? How do you do that project directory structure? So for that, let me create one directory, Maven. So here I'm going to create project directory structure because Maven says everything is automated. So how can we create? So let's create a project directory structure, and for that we have to use plugins. Let me show you Maven. I need one command as well. That's pretty long.
If you would have any issues with our channel membership, you can drop an email to us at contact@devopschool.com, or you can also unsubscribe from channel membership anytime if you don't want to continue or did not like the video. Please be kind enough to like it, and you can comment any of your doubts and queries. We will reply to them at the earliest. Thanks for watching.